you know that healthy plants are less attractive to pests? In fact, pests will oftentimes disappear when plants get to a certain level of health. How do you get healthy plants? A lot of gardeners have a secret ingredient that they use in their garden to get amazing results. But today I'm spilling the beans on mine. This is my secret ingredient. I have been using Vermistera's worm casting products for over a year now with amazing results. And my absolute favorite product that they've made is this Vitality. Consider this the essence of worm castings. This is several pounds of worm castings in liquid form. And the amazing part about this is that it gently rehabilitates your plants. It's more, my pest pressure is so low. A lot of my plants that would usually get aphid problems by this time of the year are completely aphid free.
I oftentimes get asked from people what my routine is when it comes to the fertility of my garden. And I actually don't use very much fertilizers in my garden. And instead, I focus more on soil health practices. And one of those ways that you can really improve your soil is by using worm castings. Worm castings is a byproduct of worms. As they're decomposing things, they produce this waste that is actually really high in nutrients. It's high in micronutrients, trace minerals, and this stuff is really gentle on plants. There are a lot of companies that make worm casting products, and I have tested a few of them, and my personal favorite that I am never going away from is Vermistera. Vermistera makes worm castings as an organic soil amendment, and they have really perfected this process. So there's several different products you can get. There's this really big bag of worm castings that this one here I use pretty much anytime I'm planting things, or in the spring when I'm preparing a bed. I'm scattering these worm castings all over. Unlike even organic fertilizers, there's no way that you can really burn your plants with using worm castings. And that's one of the beautiful things that I love about it, is that I don't really have to worry about overdoing it. And the more you use these worm castings, the less you actually have to fertilize. In fact, it's recommended that when you're using worm castings in conjunction with a fertilizer, you actually cut the fertilizer in half, because the worm castings actually increase the uptake of the nutrients from the fertilizer, because it really improves the nutrient uptake of your plant roots. Besides the actual worm casting product like this, I really love their worm casting tea. You can tell I've used this a lot in my garden. And I use this pretty much throughout the gardening season. This is a liquid form. It does kind of smell bad, but I don't mind that too much. And I mix this with a fish and kelp fertilizer. And this is what I use throughout my growing season in my garden to just kind of maintain the health of all my plants. But my favorite product that Vermistera has fairly recently come out with is Vitality. I like to call this the essence of worm castings. This is so concentrated. This is several bags, pounds and pounds of worm castings concentrated into this bottle. And you know what's really great is it also doesn't smell and it doesn't expire. So you have like so much use in this bottle. What I use this for, I use this in general around my garden, but in particular, I use it for plants that are struggling. Plants that need that extra rehabilitation, that extra health. This is like basically giving it a shot of immunity. All of these products, but this one in particular, contain microorganisms for your soil. So this improves your soil at the same time as improving your health of your plant. They have natural plant hormones in them as well. So you can even use this in place of rooting hormone if you want to root something, propagate it. They contain trace minerals and all these wonderful nutrients, but it's, once again, so gentle on your plants that you never have to worry about overdoing it and burning your plants. And this extract is so concentrated that you only have to use, maybe a couple teaspoons to a tablespoon for the general use. And if you have something that needs rehabilitation, you can go up to even a cup of this to really rehabilitate that plant. The health of my garden has really improved since I've started using all of Vermistera's line of products. And I have noticed that with the improvement of my garden, the health of my garden improving, my pest pressure has been so much lower. Yes, I do get pests, but not nearly as much as I used to. So this is my go-to solution for my garden. If you want to purchase your own Vermistera products, I'm going to link them here and use the code Sanctuary Gardens for 10% off.